Guess who's back? Oh, for sure. Oops. Austin, Ronnie, what's going on? On a break, good timing. Awesome, man. Glad you could join. It's not going to be a super long one. I'm in the middle of work. But again, I'm going to the Wolvies game tonight. So I had to get this in now. So I won't have time later on. Hope everybody's doing awesome, doing well. We do have, actually, we do have our schedule set up. What's going on, KC Nation? Good to see you, brother. We do have our guest booked for this month. Remember, it's going to be every Monday night. So the first guest is going to be Tyler Murphy, T Murph on Twitter. He's been around a long time, an OG in the hobby. This is going to be a really, really good one. This first one is going to be really good because what's cool and what I'd like for any guests that I'm going to have on here, and I'll talk to them ahead of time before we have them on, but is have them send me a little background, bullet points, if you will, things that we may not know about the person. And he sent me, we talked about it yesterday, and he emailed me last night, and he sent me a bunch of stuff. So I think it's going to be a fun one. I think you guys are really going to like it. I've already been piecing it together, so it should be very, very good. And then after that, we're going to run to our boy Plowman. What's up, Buckeye Cards? Chris Plowman, a.k.a. Plow. He was a big part of Cadority Cards with Coker and Sarah and them. Another guy that's been around the hobby for a long time. So that'll be pretty good. That'll be, the 16th? And then the 23rd, we're going to have Javier. K-Dub? No, we're going to have K-Dub and then Javier. K-Dub, who's also big on Twitter. He's been around forever. He's a big part of, the rack game. And then Javier, who's a guy I really respect. The guy, not only is he a hobbyist, he's a big time, he's big time into coaching, like his son. And he does a lot for his community, for coaching. And I mean, he just went on the other day, he just posted he got some donation money for a bunch of new gear for the kids, for the baseball team. So he went to this big baseball warehouse and, basically spent all the donated funds, and then added extra in to get it. So it's going to be awesome, guys. I think you guys are going to really enjoy these. And they're only going to get better as we go. Again, we got big names in the works. I would love to get Dub Mentality on, which I'm sure he'd have no problem doing. I know him. Buckeye City, Chris, and Adam are for sure going to do it. I wanted to try to make them the first guest, but it didn't work out because they're in transition of moving to their new studio or whatever. So they wanted to do it from the new studio. So they told me to give them a month. And then they're also going to have another employee, so timing won't be as big of a factor or an issue for them, because they can work around that. And if it's a break time or something, they'll have somebody working with them or for them, so that person can kind of cover or take over if there's anything that needs to be. So really excited, really looking forward to it, guys. It's been a long time coming. This has been something I've thought of and wanted to do for a long time. And I know there's other podcasts out there. I know there's other people that do stuff like this, and it's no shot to them. I think each individual person that does these types of things brings their own identity to it, brings their own, takes their own angle, if you will. And this is going to be just, look at it more of like some people refer to my channel as like a life channel. It's going to be more on that angle. It's not just going to be all about, like, we're going to be bringing hobbyists in, breakers, card shops, etc. into these things, but we're going to get, it's not going to be just about the cards themselves. It's going to be about them. It's getting to know them better as a individual, as a person. And I think you're going to find that we're going to find a lot of cool stuff out about a lot of these individuals and things that we didn't even know. I mean, I felt like I knew T Murph pretty well. I met him at the National as well. He sent me this email bullet points, and like some of these things I had no clue were shocking to me. So it's really gonna make it fun. It's really gonna make it exciting. Again, I'm gonna keep repeating myself and sound like a broken record, but I really think this is gonna be the centerpiece of this channel, and this is gonna be what people come and watch. Like on my channel, at least, for the different content I do between the auctions and this. This is going to be what people are going to start to see them. I think if they go the way I feel they're going to go, I think more and more people are going to want to watch them. We're going to be bringing people in from that want to watch it that are, fans of theirs, may know about me, but never really got him YouTube, never really got him whatever. So it's going to be a plus for everybody involved. And it's a plus for all you guys, like getting entertainment again, bringing you some good, solid content, and giving you guys what you deserve at the end of the day. So, hope all's well. Tom T, what's going on? T-Dog, my man. Coming in at mobile from the 5th hole. Nice, man. It's good to hear you're out there swinging and doing your dang thing. I like that. What's up, David Miller, my man? Hope you're doing well. Just got finished cleaning kitchen here, getting ready for a review construction plans on any proposed daycare. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm going, that's why I'm so early today, is because I'm going to the Timberwolves game tonight against the Bulls. I'm kind of disappointed, Zach LaVine. I try to always make the Bulls game when I can, when it's in town, because you guys know I'm a big LaVine fan as well. LaVine is going to be out. He's out about a week. But, we're not going to let it ruin the night. We still get to go see, like, Kobe White. And I think it'll make the game a little more interesting, especially with us not having Cat. We're coming off a huge win in New Orleans. High-scoring game. We might be a little tired. We might be a little fatigued. But we'll be back at home. And I think it's going to be a great time. I think it'll be fun. Looking up sick low-number cards is killing me slowly, wanting them all. Nice. Back-to-backs for T-Wolves, tough. Yeah, exactly. Especially when you have to travel. You're traveling from New Orleans and then you're coming back. Yeah, they could be a little fatigued, but man, they had a great night last night. What, 130 some points? Just insane. I'm really excited to see what this team is going to bring here. I want to see it from a fresh start. I want to see it like next year, the start of the season. Everyone hopefully healthy. Whoever else we pick up, in the off season. I want to see where this lands. I'm not saying we're going to be a championship team. I'm not saying anything like that. But I'm saying I think you're going to see a little bit different team, and I think you're going to see a team that's going to be a contender to at least be in the playoffs. And that's exciting for Minnesota. And hopefully not a team that will just get in and be out right away. So, looking forward to seeing where they go. Took the day off for mental break. There's nothing wrong with that, David Miller. That's, honestly, I respect that. That's the right thing to do. When you feel like you need that. That's honestly the right thing to do. Why continue to stress yourself, put more on you when you feel like you need a deserved day off? Why even go through it? Why put yourself through it if you have the option or the ability to do it? So I respect you for doing that, man. And a par 4. Nice. All right, so again, I started this off like the title says. We do have this month already booked. I'm going to start looking into next month, April. I actually, even with my mini vacation going to California, I shouldn't miss a beat on these because I'm going to be gone a Thursday night through Sunday night. I'll basically be back for that Monday. So I probably won't even have to miss one, at least in April either. So I'm going to try to be consistent with these guys every single Monday night. Someone new, some group new, whatever. Again, if any of you guys want to get involved, want to be a part of one, just send me an email. I'll try to get you scheduled and fill you in a slot. So, I'm going out to Cali April 9th through the 12th. Me and my oldest daughter are going. We're taking our little father-daughter trip like we did last year. We'll leave Thursday night at like 7:30, and we'll get there at like 9:30 because of California's time change. And then we're there till Sunday night till about, I think, 6 or 7-ish. Sometime around there is when our plane leaves. What's up, Henzo? Me and Henzo32 got a little $10 bet going on. A little PayPal $10 bet on the game tonight. A Bulls fan and me a Timberwolves fan. He said, you want to make a $10 bet for fun? So we got that. So I look forward to spending your $10 wisely on something nice. Hee. What's up, Uncle Stewie? I work with a special ed kid who gets a little violent, and when he's mad, oh man, yeah, that's got to be tough, man. Shout out to you, man. That's another thing. I respect you for doing that. Helping out with special ed kids. So it will be out there at that time as well. Yeah, I'm gonna be in San Diego. We'll be in San Diego, the San Diego area. So I'm going down. He says, "All right, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna make it fun." Besides me looking at my DFS lineups that have been nothing but straight poop this last week, hopefully I can get a win there, and hopefully I can get a win from you. But the way my luck's gone the last week, I don't know. Not looking so promising. So, all right, guys. Next thing I'm going to drive into, like I said, this stream is not going to be real long because I am still working, but I had to fit it in so I could get my stream in for the day and not have to worry about trying to get it in, like, in a Uber or Lyft or something if someone's blaring music or doesn't want to turn the music off. So copyright stuff. So I got to respect that. So last thing I want to talk about is last night's a lot of lots auction. 6 holes down, 345 downward today. Should I try to play it safe off the tee? Drive it. Drive it, man. Drive it. All right. Take a shot. Take a risk. If you don't take risks in life, how can you get to the top? Sometimes it takes risks. You gotta not be afraid to do it. And sometimes when you feel afraid and you do it, that's when you come on top. So my thoughts on the auction last night, I thought it went awesome. I thought it went really well. It was cool once again to see a lot of hobby love within the auction. A lot of people covering other people's lots or bidding up in a bid competition with someone else that's a fan of theirs, taking care of it. Shout out Casey, shout out True, shout out RSR. I'm probably going to forget some people, and I apologize. But all in all, it was really good. A lot of people taking care of each other, and I really like seeing that. I love seeing that. That's what it's about. And I'm not saying that makes those individuals any better than any other of you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's nice to see it because you all do your share at some point within something somehow. So I was shocked actually at how much. I mean, we got rid of a lot of cards, guys. There was some nice team lots, some nice little auto lots. I mean, I don't even know how many cards we got through, but I pretty much emptied like almost 2 of those 900 count shoe boxes. Now, granted, they have top loaders and card sleeves and whatnot, so it's not even anywhere near that. But some of y'all have stacks and stacks and stacks. So, pretty insane. My wife does the same work as you. It does take a very special person to do that. You are correct, Henso. Yes, you are correct. But, I will definitely do an auction like that again. Now, again, it wasn't anything really special. It's not anything different than a lot of people do or even what I've done in my own auctions. But I wanted to dedicate it more to everything we did was at least a couple cards, if not more. Not putting any, like, 1 card, 2 cards up and selling them. I wanted to make it all specifically lots. And I think it was a success. I think you guys... I hope you guys enjoyed it, at least the ones. I know we sold quite a few cards. Some of you guys got some steals of deals. I mean, you pretty much stole the cards But again, at the end of the day, that's what it's about. If I was worried about what they sold for, I wouldn't sell them. And I guess that's something I want to tell you guys and encourage you guys as you're in the hobby trying to move cards, trying to, like I said, don't sit on cards you don't PC or you don't collect too long. Get rid of them. Unless it's something you're prospecting, like prospect guys, yeah, then sit on some stuff. Have a prospecting box that you put all your prospects in. That you put, take every one of your Bowman Crow first Bowman, no matter who they are. If it's not a big name right now, at least penny sleeve them, top load them, card save them. Do a prospect box that's not a name yet, and have them all in one area, one box. So then when you go back through in a year or two, you can pull out guys like that Peter Alonso that, 2 years from now are like the Pete Alonsos that we didn't know of, that it wasn't even a name, right? You find them in your commons boxes all the time. But otherwise, move your cards and don't be afraid to sell them at a low price. I mean, just try to get rid of the stuff. Try to move it because it just takes time. It takes more money, relisting things and whatever. But that's the big thing with me. And another thing, don't put up cards or don't have card auctions or don't do things or don't just, if you have an auction, don't put up specific cards if you're afraid of how cheap they might sell for. Like, that's one thing. And if you are, then maybe have some type of like minimum. Instead of starting at $1, it's $100 card. Start at $50-$60, and if you don't want to sell it for $50-$60, because you might get one bid, don't sell it. Don't put it up. Just sit on it or go list it on eBay or do whatever with it. So the auction was awesome. I enjoyed hanging out watching it. On my back must be better knocked up. Home driver putting for Eagle. Nice. Thank you, Enzo. Actually quit a much better paying job to do it. See, man, that's just awesome, Miller. And like doing things like that to me personally, like that's the types of things that I feel will bring you good karma. There's going to be good things that come to you, that happen for you. And it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may be a year from now, it might be 10 years from now. Who knows? It may be continued good health, if you have good health, which I'm assuming you probably do. I mean, there's just, sometimes we can't always look at, like, us getting good karma from, us getting materialistic things, like, getting a great, or being able to afford this crazy brand new car. A brand new car compared to a used car that both run, that are both going to start if you're in a cold state in the winter when it's cold or when it's super hot out, and it's going to get you to point A to point B. At the end of the day, they're the same thing. Like, if you're trying to show off or you're trying to, I'm not saying people who have new cars are showing off. I'm saying more in a sense, like, look at an example of like a brand new Corvette, right, versus a 8-year-old or 10-year-old Buick LeSabre or something. And Buicks are really nice cars, but something used versus something new. Like, it's at the end of the day, it's materialistic things. It's always, a lot of people, I always hear it. My brother-in-law always says it. Like, you can't take the money with you when you die. You can't take these cars with you when you die. You can have things inheritance to your family, to your children, whatever. But at the end of the day, all that stuff really doesn't really matter. It can be gone in the blink of an eye. You had to say Corvette, damn it, Uncle Stewie. Corvette's always in my mind because my stepfather and my mom, now that they've been retired, and they've actually been doing it for a while, my mom always held a very good job. She got lucky. She worked for 3M, and she still has all the paperwork, actually, with, like, my baby book. She has her, like, her application and stuff. It was all handwritten. It was in 1978 when she got her job. She went to school for it, but she did, like, import-export stuff at 3M. She was there for 30-plus years. She got to retire super early. I'm sure she's got a boat ton of investment within the company, which is super solid. And my stepfather, he had his own construction business for years. He paid for it. His body is tore up. He's had multiple hip replacements, wrist surgeries, back surgery, you name it. He's had it. And he's had multiples in many different things. But Corvette's always been their kind of thing. They've been part of a Corvette club for years where they all drive Corvettes together. They go to different places like Wisconsin when the trees change colors. They do those runs and whatnot. But they seem to like sit on a Corvette. They get a Corvette that they enjoy for a year or two, and then they just keep kind of getting to a newer one. They don't get a brand new one. They started with like a 60 something. And now I think they're up to like a 2007, 2008 or something. But again, to me, all that stuff's just, it's like anyone. It's materialistic. But for some people, it's it's like a hobby of theirs. It's like sports cards. Like, my mom, my stepdad probably think sports cards are stupid, and why do you spend money on them, and why do you even bother with them? But to me and to us, like, it's what the cards bring. They bring the friendships, they bring the community, they bring a getaway place. And for them, it's the same thing with a Corvette. They can go drive and do their Corvette club meetings and do whatever else they want to do. What's up, Joe? You bum? How you doing, you bum? Make sure I have you all in here. What are we doing? What are you doing, Henzo? Oh, you just checking to make sure you got everybody as far as subscribed or following. I was going to buy one, but decided not to yet. Yeah, and if it's Stewie, I would never say that that's a bad thing. Like I said, my parents, who I respect and admire a lot, like I've said it before in my daily walk vlogs. If I can be half the person my mother is, I'll feel like my life was a success. Like, everything she had to go through and everything she did for me and my sister, and how great of a grandmother she is to my kids and my nieces and whatnot, and how she, like, took my cousin in that's the same age as me when he got kicked out from his father because she cares, because she has a big heart. Like, that's how I try to model myself as. That's how I try to be, somebody who doesn't ever get in trouble, is not a criminal, doesn't, and I'm not saying history is history, past is past. We all screw up. I mean, technically you could say I was somewhat of a criminal because I was buying, when I was addicted to drugs, I was buying prescription pills illegally. I mean, I'm doing criminal activity. I just never got busted doing it. So, again, I'm not saying or we are any better than a criminal or an ex-criminal. If people change their life, I can respect that. I admire that. That's awesome. But what I say, Stewie, is go after what you want to go after, man. Like a Corvette, for some people, that's something that, like, they feel like if they get that or they get there, they feel like they've done a lot and they've made their sacrifices through work, through the years, whatever, to get that, and that's a toy of theirs, kind of like a sports card, kind of like going out and looking for a Trout rookie or something, or a Trout auto or something that you want in your PC collection. Same thing. And I don't have any problem with it or issue with it. I'm just saying that sometimes I think we try to shoot like we should with goals and stuff. We try to shoot farther than we need to at that time. And maybe, like, okay, so maybe getting a Corvette is in the realm or is in the books. But man, if we bought a car that was $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 less, and let's say we had the money to put a bunch of money down on it, man, what we could do with that other money. Maybe we could take that money, that extra difference in money, and getting something else. Maybe we could take that money and we could go on a trip. We could go on a vacation or somewhere. We could take our family somewhere, our kids, etc. We can make memories that we're never gonna forget. We can go see things that maybe we wouldn't necessarily normally be able to go see. And for some people, they can get that Corvette. They can still go on those trips with their family, do whatever they want to do. But if you're anything like me, I'm very hard at it's very hard for me to save money. I am terrible at money. I keep telling myself I need to hire a financial advisor and basically have them handle my money and say, "Hey, here's the deal. You can budget yourself whatever you want, but whatever you budget yourself at, that's it. Like you can't spend any more money this week or these 2 weeks or this month. Once you have this X amount of money, that's it. So that I can save it properly, so that I can invest it properly. Actually, you know what I did this morning? I started looking at stock market. I'm gonna start getting into the stock market, and I'm also gonna start really investing a lot more of my money into retirement plans. My buddy, the one that has the company I work with, he invests a bunch of money, and he basically has, it's someone we've known for a long time. She has her own financial stock company, whatever, and she takes out like $400 a month or 500 or something a month, and he just lets her invest it wherever. And his mother uses her too, and has used her for like years. And this is where my buddy told me that it really made him think differently about retirement investing. Apparently she's made his mother like $200,000, like made $200,000 on the money that she's taken and invested. Now she's probably investing a lot more money a month because she's got a great career. She owns her own company, and I think it has something to do with special needs. But yeah, I mean, that's another thing too, guys. Like, I'm 42 years old, and I think about it, and I look back, and like when I worked for like companies like Walmart and I was a manager, I had 401k and I had all that, and I was stupid and I took it all out years and years ago. I have nothing like for retirement now, and that's what I keep worrying about. Like, I need to start, and that's what you guys should think about doing too, no matter what your age is. And I know some of you guys that are 20s, 30s, if you're not already doing it and you're not thinking that way, you're probably going, "Man, I don't want to do that. I want to save all my money." What's up, Dent? I want all my money to be able to spend for me or put in my account. But you also got to remember that the money you invest, up to a certain amount of money, I think it's around $8,000 or $12,000 a year, is non-taxed. So you can, off of your salary you make, you can basically you could get yourself in a lower tax bracket, because it's like $8,000 or $12,000. I don't remember what it is. I haven't looked far enough into it. But what I'm getting at is, this kind of went on a realm, but that's okay. That's where I like these to go sometimes. What I'm getting at is just invest money. Whatever it is, funds, stocks, maybe a little bit of everything. I gotta get a full-time job once I'm done with school, man. Yeah. Yes, invest, guys. Like, you might be looking at me and listening to this and going, "Man, no way, this sucks." Yes, buy long-term stocks. Buy Netflix, Disney, Tesla. What's the other one? Delta's not a bad one with the whole Corona thing now, because it's reasonably priced. It's going to go back up. But buy long-term stocks and sit on them. Definitely. There you go. Throwing a little break in there for BITG. Nothing wrong with that. What's up, Urban Card Breaks? How you been? Hope you're doing well. But guys, do it. Like, and don't be. I know some of you younger guys are thinking, "Man, Defness, what the hell? You're going off the deep end." But honestly, guys, I wish I would have listened. I honestly wish I would have listened, like, years ago, and I wish I would have never touched any of my retirement stuff, because, like, I think about it, man. I mean, you can work till however long you want to work, right? Till however long you're around. But I would rather retire, even though I've always told myself, this is another little theory, and then I'm going to get off here soon because I got to get back to work. But, the whole retirement thing. Here's my honest feeling on retirement. Like, here's what it seems like, or here's what I see. People go through retirement and they actually fully retire. Like, they fully retire. And when they do that, I feel like they really start dying. If they're not somebody that's getting themselves on a schedule, if you're not on a schedule, I feel like, you don't structure yourself, you don't have some kind of thing to get up at a certain time in the day. Like when you have to go to work, right? I get up, I have to start taking work calls at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. So I know that I get up between 6, 7 o'clock, 7:30. Sometimes if I'm not feeling the greatest, I sleep a little longer. I got a headache or something I woke up with. And then you work, and you got to work throughout the day, and you got to keep yourself structured. You got to keep yourself on a schedule. And then, boom, you retire, and you don't have any kind of schedule. And you start sleeping in, and you start getting lazier, and you start not doing things. And I'm not saying everybody that retires does this. I'm saying the ones that I feel like when they do retire start dying right after they retire. I honestly don't ever want to fully retire until I'm not able to do whatever I gotta do. I would still want to work part-time, and I want to make sure I've had this in my mind, in the back of my mind. When I retire, I'm going to have, I'll be doing something part-time, have my own business thing on the side or something. But then another time, I'm going to keep myself to a schedule. I'm going to keep myself grounded, I guess you would say. And you got to go out and enjoy things. You got to go travel here and there and do this and do that. That's part of retirement. But I think sometimes people get too comfortable with retirement. And that's when you see them, they slowly just dwindle away. I want to have a fun retirement, but I want to be active. I want to be healthy. I want all that good stuff. So I can tell you for a fact retirement sucks. It's boring. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, if I was Stewie, I would be getting myself a schedule if I was retired. I would be, hey, I'm going to get up at 8 o'clock, by 8 o'clock every day, or 7 o'clock every day. I'm going to go to a gym. I'm going to go work out for an hour or two. On these days, I'm going to do this. I'm going to lift. On these days, I'm going to go swim. Or I'm going to swim and I'm going to play basketball. And then I'm going to go do this. And I'm going to make routines to go see these certain people if they can. Like other retired friends, whatever. We're going to get together and we're going to do this and do that. But keep yourself going. I'm not saying I know from experience, but I can tell you I know from seeing people who retire. And I try to, as an unretired person, I try to give this advice to people that I meet through business relationships and whatnot. I mean, I've had a couple people with distributors that I work with, and they go, hey, I'm retiring, whatever. And it's like, I go, hey, congratulations. But I go, do something for me. I said, I hope you have some kind of plans set up for yourself. I hope you have something that you're going to do. I hope you're going to keep yourself on a schedule. Kind of like when you have to show up for work every day, otherwise you'll be held accountable. Having that accountability, something to hold you accountable to be doing these things, to get to the gym, to do whatever you got to do. Having that part-time job as well or something, whatever it allows you to do. But I always tell them, I'm honest with them. I say, I've seen people who retire, who are actually pretty healthy. They retire, and 4 or 5 years down the road from retirement, they're dead, or they're just about dead, because they just let themselves go. So a little bit of off the wall advice for your boy Defness45. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not psychologist. I'm not a counselor, but these are just my opinions. But these are things that I try to already mentally set myself up for, so that when that time comes, I'm prepared. So, fear of being a beast is motivation to go to the gym. Exactly. Yep. My dad's 72 and still working to build his pension. I have a schedule to keep going to trust me. Yeah. You got to. Okay. Yeah, great time to buy stock. Great time to buy Delta stock. It's like $46. And once this whole thing goes away, it's going to be buy now, buy low, right? Buy low, sell high. But yeah, I'm definitely going to start getting into the stock game. I started looking at that stuff this morning, to be honest with you. My dad sat down when I was 20 and got me into a 401k with 10% of my salary. Best thing I've done in my life. I'm now 43. Yeah, man, I definitely, dude. Kudos to you, Henso. That's awesome. Downtime in school absolutely sucks, man. I constantly keep myself busy. You have to. No structure, whether it's downtime or vacation time. Yes, and that's just it. No. The thing is, guys, I've said this before. What's going on, Wicked, man? I had to do an early stream because I got to get my daily stream in, and we're going to the Wolves game tonight, so I won't have time to do it at my normal time. I'm about to get off here in a minute. We're 36 minutes in, but we're just kind of talking about retirement and stock market and saving money for retirement. We kind of went on a whim here after we talked about the normal topics, but what was I just going to say? Oh, I said this before. Accountability, guys. Like, we want to be, as humans, we want to be held accountable. And that's why, like, when you have a job, you have a boss, you have somebody ahead of you that you're going to get in trouble if you don't show up to work. You're going to lose your job if you don't show up to work, right? If you don't follow the laws, you could go to jail. There's a lot of things we need accountability. No matter how well or how good of a person we feel we are, we need accountability. And that's where when we go into retirement, we have a lot less accountability. We have to somehow find a way to force ourselves like there is accountability, right? I mean, we still have to follow the laws. That's all still there, right? But we don't have a boss, that if we don't show up to work, if we don't get out of bed and get to work on time, we're going to get tardies. So many tardies are going to equal getting fired, etc. So, yeah, I hope you're doing well, Wicked. Yeah, exactly. Perfect time to buy stock. I was just talking about that with the retirement plans and everything else. That's what I was looking at this morning. Guys, get into it. You don't have to spend a ton of money a day, but get into it. Start putting some money towards it. You know? If you have to, get somebody to help you get involved in it. So, can you shout out that break for me real quick? Yeah, sure. KC Nation's got a hockey. Prison saved his life. Exactly. Structure. We need structure, man. What's up, Isaac? What's up, Zombie? We need structure in our lives. We have to have structure in our lives. So KC Nation posted he's got for all you hockey fans, he has 2 spots left in his hockey break of Upper Deck Series 1. 1 blaster, 1 mega box, 2 fat packs. Division break, 15 shipped. Also, $1 8 card packs for sale. Alright, so they're $1, you get 8 cards in a pack. It's like his own little pack he made. That's cool. So, check them out if you guys want to. BITG's also got links in there from our boy Bumman Joe. Morning rates are extremely cheap. Exactly. There's Javier. I write up 3 tardies a day, kids. Oversleeping, lol. I bought an alarm clock. Yeah, man. Javier, that's Javier. He was going to be on the In-Depth with Defness. End of the month, guys. That's the one I was talking about. So, having our month book. So, everybody shout out him. Grab him up. I don't know if he's done much content on YouTube, but he is there. He's on Twitter. You can follow him on Twitter. You'll get more of that info when we have him on. You can always contact me if you want that as well. But I'm going to get back to work, guys, because it's about that time. And here we go. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys for joining again. I want to thank you guys for listening to my rant. Sometimes these are the ones I enjoy the most. The ones where I don't have a lot of topic and then something gets brought up or I think about earlier in the day and then we start talking about retirement. We start talking about stock market, etc. Investing for your retirement. All right, guys. I'm going to go enjoy the Wolves game tonight with my son. I love y'all. Make sure you guys got each other Grab each other up, sub each other, follow each other, support each other. I'll see you guys soon. See you tomorrow. Love y'all. Peace.